guys, Alex here, ajnashville.com. Like the title says, unpopular opinion, take 2. For some reason, the first one, I don't know if it's because when I dropped my phone, it didn't save it or what happened, but it looked like it was taken off. I'm not going to bore you with all the same details. Basically, in the first one, we talked about the fact that instead of blaming guns and everything for children shooting up schools and stuff, we have to start looking within our own households, stop staring into other people's households and other people's backyards that they're maintaining, and start maintaining our own, and take responsibility for things like, hey, your child's upset. Well, why is he or she upset? Are they getting picked on at school? Are they getting bullied? Keep in mind, I'm 36 years old. At the age of 12, 13, high school, middle school warfare was a lot different. It was, you showed up, you went to school, somebody didn't like you, you got in a fight, you dealt with it, everybody lived and went on. The thing is, now with social media, it's so easy to torment a person that's on social media and to make their life a living hell. You take an embarrassing picture of them and all of a sudden it's on YouTube and it's on Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else, and kids are just tormenting each other. Well, as parents and as adults, we're not looking in to see how our kids are doing. I see a lot of people that are letting the PlayStation and the iPad and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, that's now become the babysitter for most of these people's kids. They get frustrated with the kids and they say, go upstairs and go play your PlayStation. They're excusing the kids' actions and never really drilling down to what the issue was. I grew up in a household where I got my ass beat. An ass whooping did me a lot of good. It was over the top quite a bit, but I still never had the idea to go out and do some of the things that the kids are doing nowadays. We talk about banning guns and doing shit like that, but here's the thing. A gun is a tool. The weapon is the individual that is using the gun. The prime example of that is, let's say, drugs, for example. Meth and heroin and all that shit's been illegal forever, but yet here we are battling one of the worst opioid addictions that we've seen in American history, if not the worst, but yet it's illegal. You can't legally have heroin, main vein in it, on the side of the road. It just can't happen, but yet it's still an issue. So I think we need to start with educating our children, looking in our own backyard. Keep in mind, they play PlayStation or video games or whatever. They kill people and those people come back to life. It may not be a realization that, hey, you know what, this is permanent, this is forever. Also, the other thing with letting the PlayStation and stuff babysit our kids, I realize that we're in a technology world where life just kind of happens and everyone kind of does their thing. But go out to a restaurant next time, take a look and watch, the family that's interacting, but they're really not interacting. Everyone's got their face shoved into their phone and nobody's having those old discussions like we had when we were kids and sat around the table. So guns have been around for a long time. School shootings are just increasing, which tells me that there's a mental health issue. Here in Spring Hill, where I live, there was 3 sheriffs that were at Shane and Son's school today. And I asked them, what are they doing? He said that yesterday somebody called in a threat saying they were going to shoot up the school. That's a mental health issue. That's parents not taking the time to say, hey, this is a very serious problem. This is an issue that needs to be resolved. Here's what's wrong with it. Here's what needs to be done. When I went to high school, we had people that were calling in bomb threats to the school. Nothing was intentional. Bomb threats at that point weren't a big deal, but it was still a scary situation. The thing is the parents spoke to their kids, let them know, what's going on, how serious this is. But it wasn't like schools were getting destroyed left and right. It's not as serious as it is now. A threat is a threat, and they should be taken seriously. But the fact of the matter is, we need to sit down. Like, your kids have no business at 13 years old on fucking Snapchat or Instagram or something where they can be tormented by other kids. Stop letting these children have cell phones at 10 years old and they're on there talking to their buddies in a group chat and they're calling each other names and cussing each other out, or they're getting on their PlayStation or Xbox or whatever it is and they're talking to some jerk off in another state that's saying he's going to fucking kill them or he's going to come rape their kids or whatever. A little bit of parental discretion goes a long ways. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to solve the problem, but the fact of the matter is, if you have a squeaky wheel, the first step to get it to stop squeaking is to grease it. And if it doesn't fix the problem, then you replace the bearing, or you go to further steps in order to resolve the issue. So, like I said, this isn't the most popular vote or the most popular opinion, because a lot of people want to say, hey, let's take the guns away. Okay, take all the guns away. Then what happens? People are going to find ways to hurt each other. They're going to make, explosives. They're going to use knives. They're going to use razor blades, whatever it is. Back when I was a kid, kids killed each other by using razor blades or using knives because guns weren't that big of a deal, So it happens. Let's focus on what's going on in our backyard. Control what you can control. Don't look over the fence at your neighbor's place and say, oh, hey, those trees right there, you're not watering them right. This is how you do it. Meanwhile, the trees in your fucking yard are dying. So pay attention to yourself. Handle your business. Control your household. Take care of your children. And set an influence for those people that you want to be positive and that, hey, we discuss issues like this. So that's all I got to say today. Once again, it's not the popular vote. What's going on, Stacy? It's not the popular opinion, but I don't give a shit because I never have the popular opinion, and I'm fine with that. But let's do what we can in order to bring our society around to where it needs to be and stop blaming other people for the bullshit we're putting up with in our own household. Talk to you guys later.